JAL. We're starting our day from Santa Monica Beach area. I had a day layover. I encourage you to look at West Coast flights, especially if you're coming out of the East Coast, going back to Asia. It might save you a few $100s, so I would take a look at that. Today we're talking about American Airlines and JAL Premium Economy. I stayed at the Sheraton. It was a fairly nice room. They're a little pricey around the airport area for brand name hotels, but the plus is you get a free airport shuttle ride and you're near the airport if you have a layover. We're going out of the Tom Bradley International Terminal today, and the flight's about, I would say about 10 and a half hours, depending on they get a tailwind, give or take about a half hour. And on the way back, it's a shorter flight, about 9.5 hours. And so it's not as bad coming back.
Seated in zones E and F at this time. Your zone number has been indicated in the middle bottom portion of your boarding card.
So take a look at Premium Economy. This is American Airlines. I was very surprised because they get a bad rap, especially economic class domestically in North America. But I thought they did a good job. And the seats were kind of like a Cadillac corporate feel, like you would feel leather seats back in the day in an old classic car. And I thought they were very comfortable, more comfortable than JAL seats. The seat design wasn't as good as JAL. They didn't even have a place for like a bottled water or a cup holder. You had to put that probably in the seat back pocket. The food was pretty good, and I felt like it was just as good as business class. It might even have been the business class food that they gave us. So that was pretty good, and I thought that it was pretty good food, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought the in-flight crew did a good job. The amenity kit was pretty basic. I think it's not as nice as the JAL amenity kit, and probably not as nice as what you get in business class. But hey man, it's freebies. It comes with your fare. I think above all, what I look at is the amount of room in the seat. You're basically paying for the amount of space you take, along with some of the other perks that you get, including, of course, the flight and where you're traveling to is what you're paying for. I like this pen because it was a shorty, and in my fanny pack, longer pens always bulge and stick out. So that was kind of cool, even though it's not a big deal, but I like the fact that I got me a shorty pen. I hadn't had one in a while. You get face covering, and you get eye covering with your accessory kits and a pair of socks. So that's pretty nice if you want to walk around and stuff, a pair of slippers. This is a quick look at business class. A lot of times I'm filming, I don't want to bother people, so sometimes I'm not in that class or in that part of the plane. I don't get a lot of photos or videos. This is the flight information going back over. I did a quick video and tried to get it cropped as close as I could to the screen, so you're taking a look at the end of the flight coming into Tokyo. And we're going to be landing in Tokyo soon, and I think it was about a 4 or 5 hour layover. I don't like doing more of a layover than that. This is Haneda Airport. You can also fly in Narita, but keep in mind, Haneda is really close to Tokyo downtown. You're staying there. You want to try to fly Haneda, but a lot of the airlines have to pay a bigger price for the gate, and they all started going out in Narita, which is about an hour train ride away from Tokyo, which is not too big of a deal. So here's the flight going over to Bangkok, and this is a 2-legger, and it's about a 6-hour flight. Sometimes they do it in about 5 hours, 30 minutes or 40 minutes, depending on the weather, and if they get a tailwind and the pilot, stuff like that, air traffic control. Here's the seats. I thought they were well designed. They had a lot of spaces to put your stuff, especially like a bottled water, but they were a little bit, the cloth to me was a little itchy. And it was more of a modern style, like, kind of more conform to your body chick feel, you know what I mean? Anyway, I like the divider here, especially if you don't know the person you're sitting next to. It was pretty cool. Like I said, sometimes I get good videos. Sometimes there's too much going on in the flight. I can't get the video I want. They both had good leg room. I think JAL was a little bit more, but this particular seat, I was sitting against the wall. You probably want to avoid that because it wouldn't recline properly. The tray tables were both pretty good. I think the JAL was a little bit bigger, so JAL gets a higher score on seat design, but American Airlines gets better score for comfort. So here's the amenity kit for JAL, which was a little bit nicer. I didn't like the food as much for JAL. I do like Japanese food, but I didn't like their food as much as I did on American Airlines. Of course, coming out of America and California, you're going to get it from an American kitchen. It's going to be more Western cuisine. And when you get over to Asia, it's going to be more, if you're connecting in Asia, it's going to be more Asian cuisine. Keep that in mind. So it was a little jittery on the flight film right here. I try to do the best I can. I'm mainly using a phone or a Pocket 2, so that's what I film with. Hopefully eventually if people watch my video I can upgrade to a DSLR or something. But of course they're bigger and more bulky to be taking photos with. But if you're wondering where I found this, I searched mainly on Kayak, and then I linked to a travel agency that I trust through Kayak, and this booking actually came through Expedia. I like them. They do a real good job with hotel searches too. But I encourage you to look at Kayak and narrow it down. Google Flights is pretty good if you want to look per month. Is easier to look at per month. You're looking at flying back over Haneda, back over Tokyo Bay, and we're on our way to Bangkok. Like I said, it's about a 5.5, 6 hour flight. So I appreciate you guys a lot watching this video. If you're sticking around this far, I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe and look out for more videos. If I see you guys are watching, I have another channel, but it's mainly travel and some other goofy type videos. But if I see you guys like these flight videos, I might do some metro train videos too, then I'll make some more. This is a scorecard I made. I kind of experimented around with this. I'm going to tweak it a little bit. I might do the 4 or 5 star system instead of the point system, but you can see right here the way I scored the economic, premium economy on these two flights. JAL pushed ahead by a little bit, but I really enjoyed the seat on the American Airlines flight. If you look right here, this is showing you the green dots is the on-time flights. If it's yellow, it was an hour delay, and if it was red, they had multiple hour delays. And if you see, the theme here is American JAL, which they're a code share. They're helping each other get flights out, especially in domestic. American had a few delays. So if you're a business traveler or you have a tight time frame, then they're going to be delayed more often. But if you're not worried about that and it's not a big deal, then most of the time they get it right. But if you look at ANA, never late, hardly at all. And I actually like that airline a lot. So, you know, that's why I showed this screen share. Maybe I might do some other screen shares on